All right, we back at it. I got cut off from the last video, but I got a good 23 minutes in. So thank you again for the 1,000 views. Thank you to the viewers. And I really feel like I have a spot on this platform of YouTube and the podcast world because the numbers don't lie. When folks validate you, you know what I'm saying? And we had somebody, a guest, okay, they checked out. Okay. But thank you for tuning in for a minute. Anyway, yeah, we like I said, it's space for everybody, but here's the thing. It's nothing to make videos, but are you making substantial videos? Do you have something to talk about? And can you talk? Can you articulate? Can you dialogue? Can you debate? Can you have conversations that mean something? And can you hold people attention? So these are the basic things and tools that you need to really do this professional, no, successfully. Other than that, you just making a regular video. If you're not touching these bases and you know, to make people tune in and wanna, hear what you talking about. Cause that's all we doing. We chopping it up. I feel like when I come on the air, I'm in the barber shop with everybody. And I ain't been to the barber shop for years, since '08. Believe it or not, I had braids, believe it or not. So, uh, so I ain't been to the barber shop in a long time. I mean, I do go nowadays, or I did because I had to take my son. And now he in college. He got his own barber on campus, and I guess we'll go when he come home on break, and before he go back, we'll go to the shop, and and I remember when I was getting a haircut, the haircuts was $10 back in '08. Now a haircut is 20, uh, and then no, about 25, and then you tip your barber $30. So I'm telling you, the hustle is real, man. It's no reason why nobody is broke here in America. It's no reason. Fellas like getting their hair cut, those that like to stay fresh and go out and kick it with the ladies. So that means you spending $30 every week. That's $120 a month. So therefore, if I was a barber, I'd be out here in these clubs and giving, my cards out to the fellas and the young ladies. And, I would tell the young ladies with kids, like with young little boys, every other cut is free. So you got to do something to market how you do business to get your business and get established. Who don't want to save no money? You know what I'm saying? And you can extend that to the fellas when they bring their little soldiers with them. Say your little shorty cut is free every other cut. You know what I'm saying? So you're not getting rid of I mean, you're not just working for free, but it's strategic. A day on, day off type of situation. So that's just me, how I would get down. You know what I'm saying? And therefore you will create a great relationship with your customers and they won't mind coming to you. And I'm sure everybody else will do the same thing, all other barbers, because everything that works, it's enough people for everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta get out and move around in different spots and belong to different situations. Like, you know, I mean, shoot, I'll go to the mall and pass out cards. I'll go to the grocery store, pass out my anywhere that you can go to be around a crowd of people, and you could just approach them on the tip like, hey, I'm a barber. I'm trying to get my businesses up, and I'm trying to get some business. And you got to become customer service. You got to become a people person and whatnot. And if you can't do that, you're not going to be successful. And I think you can use that across the board. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. So even though I'm not monetized, you know, uh, you know, people still request my shirts and hats. And I'm making some gas money. It ain't no millions. It ain't no big time. But I appreciate that you guys want to have a memento of what I'm doing, and what I'm putting down, and you think enough of my product, you know, to want to rock it and represent it. And it's mostly a lot of my friends that is rocking my hats and my shirts. But it's all good, and I ain't beating nobody over the head. If you want it, you want it. It's okay. What's funny was I just saw 10 Toes Down video, and he was talking about the breakdown of the YouTube checks, how a song and Gully TV is acting like they major on here from YouTube checks. Now, Tasha K done made millions and making millions. So look at her numbers far as subscribers. So it is possible. I heard that Hassan Campbell is maybe a couple of years away from being a millionaire from YouTube growth. You know what I'm saying? And maybe Gully is as well. These guys, I know, I heard Hassan Campbell say he started 5 years ago. Now, Gully said he been in the game since '04, making videos. You know what I'm saying? And that's a long time to gather a following. So I don't believe it's far fetched that you can't make a lot of money. Now, he indicated that tops, these dudes getting like probably 1,400 a month on every 21st of the month. Maybe 15. Let's stretch it to 2,000. That's a lot of extra money. You know what I'm saying? And I could do a lot with $2,000. You know what I'm saying? That can go towards the mortgage, utilities, and it's earned income. So you write that into your taxes and whatnot. So I mean, the extras is real. And but he like, the way they be putting people down and they acting like they raking in millions. But I tell you who is Tasha K is raking in millions. Believe that. Cause I didn't know she had 1.5 to get sued for. You know what I'm saying? And I figured no, I heard something. Somebody was on YouTube saying that uh Tasha K has insurance and her insurance is paying that 1.5. Her insurance provided the lawyer that she was that she had, her representative, her counseling. That was genius if that's the truth. So maybe she don't have the 1.5, but she was putting money and paying a legal firm for situations like that if she got sued. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if you can put a LLC up as a content creator. I don't know, but but that was genius if she did that. So that information need to be disclosed. That's why I'm talking about it. So if you want to take that route of being a gossip, chatty patty, and you provoking people like that, because you feel like, well, it's news, I got to get it out there, and you're gonna be the Wendy Williams and Tasha K's, you better get some insurance so it won't hit your pocket. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what this social media thing is about, sharing information, because it hit the social media airways before it hit the real news. Somebody was just telling me yesterday that they got people in the military over in Australia, in different places, and was like, man, it's a lot of stuff going on in different spots, and they not reporting it. But people is reporting it on social media. You getting the real raw on social media. You know what I'm saying? Because once it get to the news, it's watered down. They're not going to, and I get it, because you don't want the community up in a frenzy. I get it. But social media, you see everything. You seeing the missiles and stuff because people recording it from Ukraine and Russia. They recording, the Russians are recording them parachuting into Ukraine. And they recording launching missiles over there. This is crazy. The news ain't gonna show you that directly. They'll clean it up and just show you what they want you to see. But this is the real deal right here. Social media, the power of social media. You know, the the social media is so powerful. It's getting cops convicted for wrongful doing. It's bringing light to people's doorstep that's racist, that's abusing people, different parts of the world. You know, people bringing false allegations, and all you got to do is record them and push send. You know, and now it's out there, and then a movement gets formed to go at that person that's calling false claims on people to the police. For instance, the Karens and Kens of the world. You know what I'm saying? So, don't underestimate the power of social media. This is the best thing that they could have invented. Whoever responsible for it, I salute you straight up. You know what I'm saying? And then celebrities is recognizing the power of promotion on this social media platform. You know, Fat Joe, it was on Wendy Williams, him and Remy Ma. If it wasn't for his podcast, he wouldn't have been considered the host on that show. Now Diddy on his Revolt channel and Umbrella, and his network situation, he putting on podcasts, celebrity podcasts. So no, I just saw Rick Ross just started one. So Diddy is getting ready to get all, well, I'm assuming he's going to get all the celebs that can talk, that can bring an audience, you know. So that's get ready to be big, but it'll still be you know, it'll still benefit the regular folks here on YouTube and other platforms, because the bigger the podcast become, the bigger your following become. Like Gully just said, Spotify and other platforms approached him asking, can they carry his content? He was like, sure, pay me, you know. So yeah, so it ain't about just the YouTube check. It's the different avenues of what you can do and what you can have going on. Like if I really press the narrative of, you know, you know, promoting and selling a product, I could do that. And it'll be successful because, once people follow you, you become a staple in their I ain't gonna say living room because we ain't on TV, a staple on their timeline. Let's say that. Because you can look at people from your phone, your computer, your tablet. So we everywhere with you. If you want to tune in to see what we talking about. If you want to hear history of DC from then to now, you come and holler at your boy. Because I was out there. I was a socialite. I was a party goer. I was a player out here in these streets. So if it included recreation, I was part of it because that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? I was out here in the nightlife, on the scene at all the popping parties and cabarets and concerts and shows. I traveled, so I got a lot of stories, stuff I done forgot. But once I start talking about stuff coming back in my mind. So, you know, you know, uh, you know, I done been fortunate to grow old. I'm 51. I claim that. I'm not no busted 51, meaning I ain't in the rocket chair. I still get out there and ball with the youngins. I still get out there and hit the gym, my job. This era of elders are not like not how it used to be. Like at 51, my grandfather and grandmother, they look 51 because uh it was just a lifestyle. The men worked hard, and so as they aged, their body, they felt the aging because a lot of them work with their hands. They worked out in the elements. The women of our grandparents' era, they raised like 12 to 10 to 8 kids. Life wear you down. So when you became 50, you look like a grandma. You wasn't all how I hear the women say snatched up, and you still out, on the scene, and you doing what your daughter doing. It. Nah, it wasn't none of that. You know, grandma looked like grandma. Grandma with them glasses, and grandpa had his seat. He sat in with his paper. You know what I'm saying? With his little whatever he had in the cup. My grandfather drank Bacardi. He had his little nip. That's what he used to call it. Had his little nip and his cigarette. And and he was in his piece. And he was like, they love watching TV, their shows, and you know now now you got two sets of grandparents, so I'm intertwining what I seen, what I grew up around. But my mother's mother, my grandmother Roxy Woodland, had 12 kids, and when she turned 40, all her kids had jobs. My grandmother didn't work for 40 years of her life. She died at 80, and her kids took care of her because she took care of all of them. And I do this I function like this today. I tell my siblings and the grandkids, we gotta take care of grandma. She shouldn't have to pay bills. She shouldn't have to pay nothing, but enjoy her life every day she get up for the rest of her life. My mother getting ready to be 72. Yeah, because we 20 years apart. So I'm 51. She's 71. I'll be 52 this year. She'll be 72. And I was just telling somebody, my birthday is the 16th. I'm a tax baby. My mother is for April 15th. I'm April 16th. Then my mother-in-law was April 14th, from my first marriage. So yeah, that Aries thing is popping, And Al Green birthday is the 14th. Martin Lawrence's birthday is April 16th. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to meet him. And he grew up in DC around Palmer Park where I lived in the 90s, and Sugar Ray Leonard lived a block from him, So I got some history that I'm gonna bring at y'all. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm a part of this podcast forum, I'm gonna try to be, real strategic and not bore you with the same, you know, the same type of information or content. I'm gonna be everywhere with it because my goal is to have something for everybody to relate to, not just the youngins, not just folks my age, but all ranges. It's something for everybody. You know what I'm saying? On my channel. So again, thank you for rocking with me. So we in 21 minutes. Let's get into the feature. The soft tones, uh get your tail up. That's the name of the feature song. So as y'all see, I done gave rest to the redskin drip. So I'm throwing on my baseball World Series gear, what I'm saying, giving y'all something different. And so I'm getting ready to segue into my world champion hats that I have from, the Caps, the Washington Mystics, the National Baseball. I mean, the Nationals, the Washington Nationals. Uh, who else? Um, DC United. You know, I got, DC popping with the chips. You know what I'm saying? We waiting on the Wizards, but we do have one from 1978, Wes Unseld. Wes Unseld's son is the head coach of the Wizards now. So that's cool that they done gave our legendary center who brought us the chip in '78. They done gave his son a job. Like John Thompson, him coaching Georgetown. That's great of Georgetown to give his son a job. You know what I'm saying? The legacy, man, is just great. I love to see that these players' sons are in the league, carrying on the name, like Gary Payton, and others, Doc Rivers' son, these the two that come to mind. But that's just awesome to see that your legacy carries on in the sport that you made your name in. So let's get into the video, man. And all right, this is the soft tones. Get your tail up. Let's go.